It's your man SloanGod coming at you live with JaQuorB on JaQuorB TV. You already know what it is. Go ahead and tap me in, you feel me? I probably say my musical inspiration is probably my father. If anything, you know, my father used to work with a lot of musicians in, you know, the south side of Texas and Houston, Texas, with a lot of artists that work with Swishahouse and stuff like that. So if anything, I probably say that that is my biggest musical inspiration because, you know, I felt like I was always going to do something as far as entertainment, whether it had been music, whether it had been comedy or whatever the case may be. So I definitely say that my father was one of my biggest musical inspirations. As far as going anywhere with my music career, I feel like, you know, I don't really look at it as a aspect of making revenue. I don't look at it as aspect of being successful, you know, making millions of dollars or whatever the case may be. I really kind of just want to, you know, show other people from the city of Killeen, you know, that, you know, anybody can make it. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter. A lot of people like to make excuses about, you know, where you come from. You know, I couldn't do it because I'm from here. I couldn't do it because I'm there. You know, if you have that determination, you're going to travel. You're going to get to where you need to get so you can, you know, hustle, you know, make your bread. It wasn't necessarily hard transitioning for the simple fact that, you know, I used to always make jokes in my comedy videos. I used to always make jokes as far as, you know, I'm like, you know, I can make it big. I'd write lyrics in a comedy video making fun of an artist, you know, just parody stuff like that. And people would be like, hey man, you know, you got something going, bro. Like, you know, you're not just a funny nigga, you know, you can reach out to people as far as, you know, your musical talents, whether you want to be an artist, whether people don't vibe with your voice or whatever, you know, you can be a lyricist. You can do whatever you can do, you know, just keep hustling, man. Don't quit what you're doing. I wouldn't categorize myself as, you know, an R&B singer. I wouldn't categorize myself as a, you know, as a rapper, but, you know, based off of where I come from, the music that I do make, a lot of people can relate to my music no matter where they come from. Whether they're, you know, street guys who, you know, sell drugs, whatever the case may be, or whether they're people that just, you know, like mellow music. I probably put myself into the category of trap soul. I want to say yes and no. Yes, for the simple fact that, you know, I know that those opportunities that I can make, you know, will be great. I can push forward my music career. You know, it's not impossible to push your music career as an individual by yourself. But, you know, it's a lot more helpful to have that, you know, push coming from someone who knows what they're talking about, knowing someone who knows the legalities of music and everything like that. And I'd say no because I feel like the type of music that I make right now it's not anything that, you know, anybody else is really vibing with. So it's kind of harder for me whenever I do make music to collab with people because they don't necessarily know where I'm coming from, or I feel like I'm doing so much work to the point where I'll listen to someone's music and, you know, their lyrics aren't necessarily where I want them to be, but I vibe with their voices, you know, I vibe with their type of music. So I'll give them key pointers, or I'll go to the extent of giving them lyrics, you know, so we can make that music, make that magic.